Chosen one. Stop. I need you to hear this. Not just listen, but truly hear me. Because what I'm about to tell you, it will change your life forever. This is not a coincidence. You were meant to be here. And if you think that's just some random phrase, you have no idea what's happening behind the scenes of your own life. Because right now, something is shifting. And I can feel it. The moment you clicked on this video, something deep inside of you whispered that this was for you. Something called you here. I don't care what distractions have been surrounding you lately. I don't care what you've been overthinking, doubting, or second-guessing. Right now, in this very moment, you need to shut everything else out. Because this is bigger than you. This is spiritual warfare. You think you've just been going through the motions, facing obstacles, dealing with setbacks, feeling exhausted, drained, confused? That's not just life happening. That is an attack. An attack on your destiny. An attack on who you were created to be. An attack on your breakthrough that's been waiting for you to step into it. But you know what's even more dangerous than those attacks? The fact that you have been allowing them. You don't even see it, do you? The way you've been blocking your own blessings without realizing it. The way you've been sabotaging yourself every single day, thinking that you're just being realistic. But no. You are being deceived. And if you don't wake up now, you are going to miss everything that was meant for you. And trust me when I tell you this, God sees everything. He has been watching you. Every time you doubted yourself, He saw it. Every time you settled for less than you deserved, He saw it. Every time you let fear stop you, He saw it. Every single moment when you were about to step into the life He prepared for you, but you turned away because you let your past define you. He saw it. And now, He is giving you one final warning. You cannot keep living like this. Because if you do, you will lose everything. I know that sounds harsh, but I need you to understand something. God is not going to force you into your purpose. He is not going to drag you into your blessings, kicking and screaming. No. You have to choose it. And that choice? It starts right now. So before I continue, before I reveal what exactly it is that you've been doing to block your own destiny, I need you to take action. Not later. Not tomorrow. Right now. Because if you can't take even one simple step forward, then how are you going to step into the life that was created for you? So here's what I need you to do. If you're truly ready to break free, if you're ready to receive the blessings that have been waiting for you, I need you to claim it right now. Type "I receive this" in the comments. No, don't just think about it. Do it. Because this is more than just a video. This is a divine activation. And if you don't engage, if you don't align, you are going to keep living in the same cycles, the same struggles, the same disappointments. I know you feel this message hitting you differently. That's not an accident. So type "I receive this" now. And if you're truly serious, if you're truly ready to shift, I want you to comment 99. Because 99 is the number of completion. This means the old you is done. The doubts, the fears, the struggles, they end now. And let me be very clear, this is not for everyone. Some people will hear this and ignore it. Some people will feel the truth in these words but still refuse to take action. And that's fine. Because those people, they are not chosen. But you are different. You would not be here if you weren't. And now, it's time to prove it. Because after this moment, everything is about to change. But before I tell you how, before I reveal the dangerous mistake you have been making, I need you to promise me something. Promise me that you will not ignore this. Because if you do, I promise you, you will regret it. And I don't say that lightly. You know what I'm talking about. You know how many times you felt like you were on the edge of something great, only to see it slip through your fingers. How many times have you said, maybe next time, only to find yourself in the exact same place a year later. How many times have you watched other people step into their success, their happiness, their breakthroughs, while you stayed stuck? Do you think that's a coincidence? Do you think that's just bad luck? No. That is the result of ignoring the call. And this time, you cannot afford to miss it. Because this is your last warning. So listen carefully. Because what I'm about to reveal is going to change everything. But before we continue, if you've made it this far, I know one thing for sure. You are serious about this. And that means, whether you realize it or not, you are already shifting. Because the people who aren't ready, they've already clicked away. But you stayed. That means you feel something stirring inside of you. And that is proof that you are not here by accident. You were meant to hear this. So stay with me until the end. Because what I'm about to reveal next will shock you. Now let's talk about the mistake you've been making, the one that is blocking your destiny. The one that God has been warning you about. And the one that, if you don't stop now, will cost you everything. Because chosen one, this is your wake-up call. Take a deep breath. Because what I'm about to reveal, it's going to shake you. Not in fear, but in awakening. Because the truth is, you have been playing a dangerous game without realizing it. And the consequences, they have already been unfolding in your life. I know you feel it. That strange heaviness, that unshakable feeling that something is missing. You have moments of clarity, moments where you feel powerful, aligned, unstoppable, but then, suddenly, it disappears. And you don't know why. You fall back into the same cycles, the same doubts, the same struggles. But let me tell you something. That is not just life happening to you. That is spiritual warfare. And what's worse, you have been fighting against yourself. Whether you realize it or not, you have been blocking your own blessings. Not because you're weak. Not because you're not capable. But because you have been listening to the wrong voices. Yes. You have been feeding the very energy that is trying to destroy you. And the scariest part? You didn't even know it. But now, you will. Because God is not going to let you stay blind any longer. So listen carefully. Because this mistake you've been making, it's more dangerous than you think. And if you don't stop now, it will cost you everything. Here's what you've been doing. You have been speaking death over your own life. Yes, you. With your words. With your thoughts. With the way you talk about yourself, your future, your circumstances. And every single time you do it, you are rejecting your blessings. Do you understand what that means? Every time you say, nothing ever works out for me. Every time you think, I'll never have enough. Every time you tell yourself, I'm not good enough. You are sealing your own fate. And let me tell you why that is so dangerous. Because your words, they are not just words. They are weapons. They are commands to the universe. And the universe, it does not question what you believe. It simply responds. So when you speak lack, lack appears. When you declare failure, failure finds you. When you say, nothing good ever happens to me, guess what? The universe listens. And it makes sure you're right. Because that is the power God gave you. And you have been using it against yourself. But let me take it even deeper. This is not just about negativity. This is about alignment. Because when your words do not align with God's plan for you, you are rejecting what He is trying to give you. Do you understand how serious that is? God has already prepared the life you are meant to have. The success. The abundance. The opportunities. They are waiting for you. But every time you speak against yourself, you are saying, I don't believe in it. And when you don't believe, you cannot receive. Because faith is the key. You cannot step into your blessings while still doubting if they are real. You cannot walk in power while still speaking from a place of weakness. You cannot manifest wealth while telling yourself you are broke. Do you see it now? This is why you have been stuck. Because you keep asking for blessings while speaking curses. You keep praying for change while affirming your limitations. And let me be clear, God cannot move where there is no faith. He is not going to force blessings into your life while you keep rejecting them with your words. You have to align. And that means one thing. You have to stop speaking death over yourself. Right now. Because every single time you do, you are giving the enemy more power over your life. And trust me, he has been listening. Oh yes. The enemy has been watching you, studying you. And he knows exactly what to do to keep you stuck. Do you know what his greatest weapon is? Your own voice. He doesn't have to destroy you. All he has to do is get you to destroy yourself. In the easiest way? Your words. Because he knows the law of the universe. You become what you declare. So if he can make you doubt yourself, if he can make you believe you are unworthy, if he can convince you that nothing will ever change for you, then you will create exactly that. Because you are powerful. You just haven't been using your power correctly. But that ends now. Because now, you know the truth. And once you know the truth, you cannot unsee it. So what are you going to do? Because let me tell you something. This is not just another video. This is a divine activation. This is a moment of power. And right now, you have a choice. You can continue the way you've been living, speaking against yourself, feeding negativity, blocking your blessings. Or you can make the decision to shift. Because you have that power. You have always had it. You just didn't realize you were using it in the wrong way. But now you do. So it's time to reclaim your destiny. Right here. Right now. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to break the cycle. I want you to make a declaration, right here, in this moment. Say this out loud. I am done speaking against myself. I reject all negativity from my life. I align with my divine destiny. I receive my blessings now. And if you are truly ready, if you are serious about this shift, I want you to type this in the comments. I declare abundance over my life. Because this is not just about hearing a message. This is about activating the energy of change. And the only way to do that? You must declare it. Because the universe is listening. And after this moment, it will respond to you in a new way. Because now, you are no longer speaking death. You are speaking life. And the shift? It has already begun. But we're not done yet. Because in the next part of this message, I am going to show you exactly what you need to do to fully step into your power. Because it's not just about what you stop doing. It's about what you start doing. Stop. Right now, in this moment, take a deep breath. Because what I'm about to tell you is going to shift your entire reality. I need you to understand something, chosen one. You have been walking through life with half your power, with only a fraction of the strength and authority you were meant to have. And why? Because you have been waiting. Waiting for things to change. Waiting for the right moment. Waiting for a sign that it's time to step into the person you were created to be. But here's the truth. That sign has already come. And you ignored it. Again and again, the universe has been speaking to you. Through the doors that closed. Through the people who walked away. Through the restlessness inside you that never seems to go away. That was never just life happening. That was a divine shift. But you missed it. Because you were too busy waiting. And now, let me tell you the hard truth. If you do not move now, if you do not take action, if you do not start stepping into the power that was always meant for you, you will lose it forever. Yes, I said forever. Because time is not unlimited. Opportunities do not come again and again. There comes a moment where God will say, I gave you everything you needed. And yet, you refuse to use it. And if you let that moment pass, if you continue to hesitate, to doubt, to delay, you will wake up one day and realize that your time is gone. And that will be the greatest regret of your life. So I am here to wake you up, to tell you that the time is now, and that if you do not take this seriously, you will stay stuck in the same cycles for the rest of your life. But here's the thing. I know you don't want that. I know you feel the pull, the urgency, the knowing deep inside of you that something has to change. And that's exactly why you're here. Because you are ready. You just haven't realized it yet. So now, let me show you what needs to happen next. Because it's not just about stopping the wrong things. It's about starting the right ones. And this is where everything shifts. Because chosen one, there is a power inside of you that you have not fully tapped into yet. And once you do, once you understand how to activate it, nothing, and I mean nothing, will ever be able to hold you back again. So listen carefully. Because I am about to tell you exactly what you need to do. And if you follow this, if you truly commit to this shift, you will never be the same again. First, let's talk about alignment. Because right now, whether you realize it or not, you have been living out of alignment with the person you are meant to be. You have been waking up every day acting small, thinking small, speaking small, moving through life as if you are just another person, as if your presence here is just some random accident. But that is a lie. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to just exist like everyone else. You were created for greatness. And that means one thing. You have to start acting like it. Because let me tell you something. Your reality is not just about what happens to you. Your reality is a mirror, a reflection of who you believe you are. And right now, your life is reflecting back to you the version of yourself that you have been settling for. So if you don't like what you see, you don't change the mirror. You change yourself. You change the way you show up. You change the way you carry yourself. You change the way you move, the way you think, the way you approach every single day. Because the universe is always watching. And it does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. So if you want more abundance, more opportunities, more success, you don't just wish for it. You become the version of yourself who already has it. That means no more waiting. No more hesitating. No more waking up every day and letting life happen to you. You are a creator. And that means it is time for you to start creating. But let me take it even deeper. Because this is not just about how you move through the world. This is about how you think. Because right now, whether you realize it or not, your mind has been your greatest weapon, or your greatest enemy. You have been feeding yourself thoughts that do not serve you. And every single time you do, you are programming yourself to fail. Do you know what that means? It means every single time you doubt yourself, every single time you assume the worst, every single time you tell yourself this isn't possible for me, you are training your brain to block your own blessings. And that is the most dangerous thing you could ever do. Because let me tell you something. The world is always going to throw obstacles in your path. There will always be people who doubt you. There will always be situations that challenge you. But the real question is, are you going to let those things define you? Or are you going to override them? Because let me be very clear. The people who win in this life are not the ones who never struggle. They are the ones who do not accept struggle as their reality. They are the ones who refuse to believe in failure. Who refuse to give their power away to fear. who refuse to speak anything over their lives except victory. Because that is how you activate true power. And that is exactly what you are going to do. So now, let me ask you, are you ready? Are you ready to reprogram your mind? Are you ready to shift your energy? Are you ready to step into the power that was always meant for you? Because if you are, then it's time to prove it. Right now, I want you to say this out loud. I am powerful beyond measure. I am ready to receive everything that is meant for me. I align myself with my highest purpose. And if you are serious about this shift, I want you to type this in the comments. I step into my power now. Because this is not just a video. This is an activation. And if you are still here, if you have made it this far, then guess what? You are already shifting. Because the people who aren't ready, they've already left. But you stayed. Because deep inside of you, you know this is for you. And now it's time for you to claim it. You've been told the truth. You've felt the shift. And yet, there's still something inside of you holding back. You know it. You can feel it. That tiny whisper of doubt. That old voice in your mind still trying to tell you, what if this isn't for me? What if I fail? What if I try, and nothing changes? But listen to me. That voice, that is the last chain. The final weight holding you down. And right now, you have a choice. You can either break it, or you can let it pull you back into the life you've been trying to escape. But hear me when I say this. There is no going back. Not after this. Not after everything you now know. Because now, you see the game for what it really is. Now, you understand the truth about the battle you've been fighting. And once you see the truth, you cannot unsee it. So the only question left is this. Are you ready to win? Because what I'm about to tell you, this is the last piece. The final shift. The moment where everything you've been waiting for will either lock into place or slip through your fingers forever. So listen carefully. Because this is the message the world does not want you to hear. This is the truth that has been hidden from you. And once you fully grasp it, you will never be the same again. Let me tell you something, chosen one. You have been conditioned to play small. To think small. To expect small things. And it is killing you. Maybe not physically, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally. It has been destroying you for years. Because the truth is, you were never meant to be ordinary. You were never meant to struggle like this. You were never meant to live a life of constant doubt, fear, and hesitation. That was never God's plan for you. But somewhere along the way, you started believing in limits. You started believing that you had to earn your blessings. That you had to fight for your purpose. That success, happiness, and abundance were things you had to deserve. But let me wake you up to something. God never told you that. Society did. People who are trapped in their own smallness did. People who have never experienced true power, true faith, true alignment, they taught you to settle. They taught you to expect less, to shrink yourself, to be realistic. But let me ask you something. When has realistic ever led to miracles? When has playing small ever created anything great? Look at the people who have changed the world. Did they do it by thinking small? Did they do it by hesitating? Did they do it by worrying about what people would think of them? No. They stepped into their power. They refused to be anything less than what they were meant to be. And that is exactly what you are being called to do. But you can't do that if you are still trapped in the illusion of unworthiness. And make no mistake, that's exactly what it is. An illusion. Because the truth is, you have been worthy since the moment you were born. The moment God created you, you were already enough. but the world convinced you that you weren't. And that is the real reason you have been struggling. It's not because you're not capable. It's not because you're not chosen. It's because you have been living beneath your true identity. And as long as you stay there, you will never experience the life that was meant for you. So I need you to hear me when I say this. You do not need to become anything. You do not need to earn your way into your blessings. You just need to remember who you are. Because the moment you do, everything will change. But let me tell you something else. Remember when I told you that the enemy has been watching you? That he has been studying you? That he knows exactly how to keep you stuck? Well, let me expose his biggest weapon right now. Because if you understand this, if you recognize this pattern, you will finally be free. You see, the enemy doesn't come to you in obvious ways. He doesn't show up with horns and fire. He doesn't announce himself. No. He comes in silence. He comes in delay. He comes in the form of procrastination, in the form of distraction, in the form of excuses. And that is how he wins. Because he doesn't need to stop you completely. He just needs to slow you down. He just needs to make you think you have time. He just needs to convince you that tomorrow is an option. And before you know it, days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. And then one day, you wake up and realize you wasted your entire life waiting for the right time. And by then, it's too late. Because let me tell you something, chosen one. The greatest lie ever told is that you can wait. Because you can't. You don't have forever. Your purpose has an expiration date. Your destiny has a window. And if you do not move now, if you do not step into your power now, that window will close. And once it does, there is no getting it back. That is the truth. And I know it's hard to hear. I know it makes you uncomfortable. But I don't care. Because I would rather make you uncomfortable with the truth than let you stay comfortable in a lie. So now, you have a choice. Do you stay where you are? Or do you finally step into the person you were meant to be? Because I can tell you this. God is watching. The universe is watching. And after this moment, after hearing this truth, there are only two kinds of people. The ones who take action, and the ones who stay the same. And only one of those people will see the life they were destined for. So which one are you? If you are ready to move, if you are ready to claim everything that is meant for you, then say this right now. I will no longer wait. I will no longer delay my blessings. I step into my power now. This is it. The moment of no return. You've come this far. You've heard every truth, felt every shift, seen every illusion that has been keeping you trapped. And now, there is only one thing left to do. You have to decide. Because this is the final test. Everything you've heard up until now has been preparing you for this moment. And after this, there are only two paths left. One will lead you to your destiny, your abundance, your highest purpose. The other? It will lead you back into the same cycles you've been trying to escape. And this time, if you choose wrong, there may not be another chance. I need you to feel the weight of that. I need you to understand just how serious this is. Because let me tell you something, chosen one. Most people, they don't pass this test. Most people stay trapped. Not because they're not capable. Not because they're not chosen. But because they let fear win. They let doubt take over. They let their past define them. And so they miss their moment. They had the vision. They had the opportunity. They had everything they needed to step into their power. But they waited too long. And when they finally tried to move, the door had already closed. That's why I keep telling you. You do not have forever. You do not get unlimited chances. You do not get to keep pushing this off, thinking you'll figure it out later. Because if you don't claim your destiny right now, you will watch someone else step into the blessings that were meant for you. Do you hear me? This is it. Your final warning. You either step up today, or you let it go forever. Now let's talk about what happens next. Because this transformation, this shift, it does not just happen in your mind. It does not just happen because you feel inspired. That's where most people fail. They get the message. They feel the power. And then, they go right back to their old ways. And nothing changes. That is not going to be you. Because this time, you will take action. And I am going to tell you exactly how. Because it is not enough to say, I'm ready. You have to prove it. And that proof? It comes in your daily choices. It comes in the way you show up for yourself. It comes in the habits you build, the decisions you make, the energy you move with. And right now, I'm going to give you the 3 final steps to sealing this transformation forever. If you do these things, not just today, not just this week, but for the rest of your life, then nothing and no one will ever be able to take your power away from you again. This is where most people fail. Because they try to step into their new life, while still holding on to their old identity. That is impossible. You cannot become who you are meant to be while still thinking, acting, and living like the person you used to be. It will never work. Because the moment you allow even one old belief, one old habit, one old fear to remain in your life, that is the moment you start losing your power again. So let me make this clear. You have to kill your old self. Not physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. That version of you must die today. The version of you that doubted. The version of you that hesitated. The version of you that played small, stayed quiet, accepted less. That version of you is gone. And once you understand that, you never look back. I've said it before, and I will say it again. Your words create your reality. And now, it's time to use that power correctly. Every single day, from this moment forward, you will speak as if everything you desire is already yours. You will not say, one day I will be successful. You will say, I am already successful, and more success is coming to me every day. You will not say, I hope I find happiness. You will say, I live in happiness, and it follows me everywhere I go. Do you see the difference? One mindset is waiting. The other is claiming. And the universe does not respond to those who wait. It responds to those who declare. So from now on, every word out of your mouth must be aligned with your highest reality. And if you catch yourself speaking anything less, you correct it immediately. Because if your words do not match your future, then your future will not come to you. This is the most important step of all. Because transformation, it is not just about what you believe. It is about what you do. And if your actions do not align with the person you are becoming, then you will never fully become them. So from this moment on, you must move differently. You must carry yourself like someone who is already successful. You must make decisions like someone who already has everything they need. You must take risks, invest in yourself, show up with confidence, even before you feel ready. Because the truth is, you will never feel ready. You will never have all the answers. You will never know exactly what to do next. But do you know what separates those who succeed from those who fail? The ones who succeed move anyway. They take the step before they see the path. They believe in their future before it shows up. And because of that, their future arrives faster than anyone else's. That is what you must do. From this moment forward, you must act as if you have already won. Because the second you do, that is the second the universe will start moving in your favor. And now, there is only one thing left to do. You must choose. Right here. Right now. Are you going to step into this? Are you going to finally claim what is meant for you? Are you going to commit to never looking back? If the answer is yes, then I need you to prove it. Say this out loud. I fully step into my destiny today. I leave behind my old self forever. I move in power, and nothing can stop me. And if you are truly ready, I need you to type this in the comments. I step into my power today, and I will never look back. Because this is it. The final moment. The last test. And now it's time to step forward. Because the universe, it has been waiting for you. And now, it is ready to give you everything. So go. Claim it. Move in power. And never, ever doubt yourself again. Because the wait is over. Your time is now.